$50 million given away, 200 million subscribers, and at his lowest point, $500 in his bank account with a $50,000 shoot the next morning. He did it anyway. 2012. North Carolina. Jimmy Donaldson is 13. He opens YouTube not to watch, to hunt. He's not enjoying videos. He's dissecting them like a surgeon. Why did that thumbnail pull a click? Why did viewers vanish at the 90-second mark? What made that video get texted around at midnight? Notebooks, timestamps, retention graphs. At 13, and for 2 full years after that, dead silence. 300 views in 3 months. The internet doesn't notice him at all. Most creators fold after 2 weeks of nothing. Jimmy survives 2 years. Here's what that silence actually costs: no money, no growth, no proof it's working, no reason to continue. Just a teenager uploading into a void that never responds. But here's what nobody asks: why didn't he quit? Lock that question in. The answer is the whole story. 2016. Jimmy is 17. Tiny channel. Few thousand subscribers. Then he does something that changes his entire approach. He gets a stopwatch. He starts clocking viral videos to the exact second, not watching them for content. Timing them like a scientist. When does the first hook land? When does pacing shift? At what precise second do viewers bail? He's not studying YouTube anymore. He's cracking the human brain, and he finds something most creators, with millions of subscribers, still haven't discovered. People don't watch videos. They watch feelings. One dead second, one moment where you feel nothing, and you're already gone. 2017, teen years old, college letter in hand. His mom is terrified. 5 years of watching, her son pour everything into a platform, returning almost nothing. Jimmy looks at her and says, "I'm not going. YouTube is going to work. I know it. Not hope. Not a guess. No. 30,000 subscribers. Zero income. Total certainty." He moves out anyway. No salary, no backup. No safety net of any kind. Just a camera, and the most dangerous thing a broke teenager can carry: unshakable belief. And his first real swing? Completely unhinged. He decides to count to 100,000, on camera alone. No prize, no story, no hook except the act itself. 44 hours straight, no sleep. Just numbers climbing toward 100,000. When it posts, it spreads like a virus. Not because it's good, because it's wrong. People can't process that someone actually did it. They share it the way you share something disturbing. You have to see this. 1 million views. And the lesson that builds everything after. Extremity is proof. The more extreme your commitment, the more undeniable your credibility. The more credible you are, the more unstoppable you become. He doesn't slow down. He accelerates. 24 hours in the woods, watching paint dry on camera. Videos logic says shouldn't work, but each one is a live experiment on human psychology. What triggers a click? What kills it? What makes someone wake their partner up at 2 a.m. to show them a YouTube video? The pattern that keeps emerging? YouTube doesn't reward good content. It rewards not knowing what happens next. Uncertainty, suspense, the open loop that demands to be closed. Jimmy masters this before he has a single sponsor. 2018. First real money arrives. And here's where it gets genuinely disturbing. He doesn't spend $1 on himself. Every cent of every sponsorship goes directly back into production. His team starts missing paychecks. Not because the channel is failing, because Jimmy already spent the budget on the next shoot. They stay. Then comes the moment that defines everything. $500 in his personal account. $50,000 production launching the next morning. He doesn't cancel, doesn't scale back. He shows up and shoots it. That's not a success story strategy. That's a psychological condition. And it works. Late 2018. One idea lands that splits his career in two. What if instead of doing something insane himself, he gave the money to a stranger? I gave a homeless man $10,000. No actors, no script, no safety net on the reaction. Real money, real person. Whatever happens, happens. He posts it. People don't share it. They weep over it and then share it. Comments pouring in like a dam broke. I haven't cried in years. I'm sending this to everyone. And Jimmy sees it immediately. Shock gets a click. Generosity gets loyalty for life. That's the unlock. That's the mutation. MrBeast stops being a channel and starts being something people feel part of. From here, the acceleration is violent. 2019 spending more per video than most companies spend in a quarter. 2020 budgets that make network television executives uncomfortable. Every step of the way, people ask the same question. Is this sustainable? His answer never changes. Make the video undeniable. Everything else figures itself out. Every other creator alive is asking, how much can I extract from this video? Jimmy is asking, how much can I pour into it? That single inversion of logic applied relentlessly for a decade becomes worth billions. Then 2021, Netflix drops Squid Game. The internet cracks open. Jimmy watches it once and makes a decision most executives would call reckless. I'm building this, for real. 456 actual humans. Full-scale sets. Crew that rivals major film productions. The bill, $3.5 million. He writes it. That video crosses 500 million views. More humans than the entire United States population. Watching one YouTube upload. The return on that $3.5 million? Incalculable. And that's the MrBeast paradox. The bigger the bet looks going in, the more obvious it seems coming out. By 2022, this isn't a creator. It's a machine. 250 full-time employees. A team whose only job is giving money away. MrBeast Burger. 300 locations. Day 1. Feastables' chocolate bar on the same shelf as Hershey's. Beast Philanthropy, a separate channel. Every dollar of ad revenue goes to charity. Not a percentage. Not occasionally. Every dollar. He built a billion-dollar empire, then built a second one purely to give it away. But here's what the highlight reel never shows. Jimmy has said it out loud. YouTube didn't take his time. It consumed his identity. He can't decompress, can't switch off, can't watch his own finished videos without hunting for what's wrong. A video lands 40 million views. He's already focused on what failed. 40 million views. Feels like a miss. The bar keeps rising every single week for 12 straight years. And here's the part that should make you stop. His inability to feel satisfied is the reason your Saturday is entertaining. Every time he refuses to settle, every time he bets everything, every time he loses sleep over a video you'll watch for free, that becomes your dopamine. His wound is your reward. So what actually built this? Not the budget, not timing, not some algorithm secret. Trust. When MrBeast says someone's getting $100,000, you don't question it for a second. When he says the challenge is real, you feel it in your chest. When he says 1 million meals were delivered, you believe him before the video ends. That trust is the actual product. The videos are just the delivery mechanism, and that trust took 10 years to build. 10 years of showing up. 10 years of delivering more than promised. 10 years of refusing every single time to let the work be less than what he imagined. You can manufacture views. You can manufacture drama. You cannot manufacture 10 years. A 13-year-old kid. Blank channel. Empty room. No money, no connections. No audience. Nothing. 12 years later, the most subscribed individual on the planet. An empire built almost entirely on giving things away. He wasn't the most talented. He wasn't the luckiest. He was just the one who never not once decided that good enough was good enough. While everyone else optimized for easy, he optimized for impossible. And then he did it again the next week. That's not ambition. That's a different species. If this hit, you already know.